Yo. What's going on, everybody? I know y'all been missing us, but we back, baby. We back. We just had to take a little time, get our stuff together.
That's
back.
right.
We got some stuff lined up for you. Hey, first and foremost, if you're not aware, hey, we've been talking about this all since the conception of the show, but we finally hit it. We are at that 500 subscriber mark. We're over it now, but we hit the 500 subscriber mark, y'all. Hey, give us a. Hey,
that's right. Let me get some. Hold on. Where's the background music at?
We ain't gonna hit.
We ain't gonna hit.
Hey, but everybody out there, we appreciate everybody out there, man. All of the subscribers, man. Everybody telling a friend to tell a friend. Hey, we finally hit the mark, man. We on our way to 1,000 right now. We trying to get up there. We still need your help to be relentless. Tell everybody to tell everybody. Hey, your favorite show, your favorite podcast. This is their favorite podcast. They just don't know it yet, baby. And we coming up live in effect. We got everybody on the show today. We got my main man Duke up here. We already know what you mean, man. We got Gotti. We got Sal. We up here. We ready to do it, man. We got a good show lined up for you today and some subsequent shows lined up for you for the rest of the seasons. Hey, so before we get started, man, if you're on here, if you're not already, please like and subscribe. Also hit that bell, that blue bell notification, so you'll never miss a show. Everybody good with that?
Let's get it.
Let's get started. Hey, so we go around the room, man. We go talk, and we highly encourage everybody out there that's in the cyber world right now, the digital comment world. Hey, if you see some points up here, so we can talk about your team, just go ahead and hit us up in the comments, and we'll get to your comment as well. Once we get started in these right here, right? Hey, so everybody knows that the draft is coming up on the 24th through the 26th. Everybody knows that's draft day, and there's been a lot of offseason moves that's been happening around the entire NFL, man. But we got to talk about the greatest team right now. The greatest show on earth is the Philadelphia Eagles, right? Hey, that's the greatest show on earth.
And next February.
Next February, baby. Until we legitimately or the next chance we have of being knocked off the crown is next February. So we don't want to hear nothing until then. We the champs. Hey, you just gotta sit back and relish in the love that we're putting out for our team right now, right?
That's
so we're gonna start right now. We're gonna start right now. 2 key moves, whether it be additions or loss, that you feel are important for the Eagles. We'll start with Gotti. What you got, Gotti? 2 key moves.
I think, a lot of times we're gonna think of, the on-field play and the numbers and stuff like that. But I think a big intangible loss is gonna be Brandon Graham. As far as the motivation, the leadership, that he brings to the team, it's unmatched. I know you guys heard him mic'd up. The way he interacts with the teammates, the coaches, and even the other teams, right? He talks a lot of mess to the other teams, but it's like a clean mess talk. Like nobody's out there running and gunning for him. It's just like he's just that hype on the field that makes you want to get out there and play with him, play against him, and even if he's playing, the other teams want him to win. So I think that's a big intangible loss that we have with Brandon Graham, man. And I hope that he stays around. He'll be part of the staff. I haven't heard anything about that yet, but I just think that he's an Eagle. His whole career has been Eagle. It's just a person that you'll never be able to replace, man. And not for a while. So I think that's one of my that's one of the key losses. And my man Sweat, man. I was hoping we'd be able to keep him, but we all know the price of winning the Super Bowl, going to the playoffs and everything like that. He was just, a instrumental part of the team. Even when he wasn't out there racking those numbers up, it was a reason. Maybe he was getting double teamed, or maybe they had a scheme against him. But we saw that when they moved him on when he switched sides during the Super Bowl, when they didn't have the scheme set up for that, when he was on the same side as Jalen Carter, he was killing them. So those are my 2 key losses, for the Eagles, a tangible and an intangible loss.
Okay. All right, Sal, what you got for us, man?
I mean, I'm gonna piggyback off of Gotti with the Brandon Graham. He was a great great player, Eagle for life. He brought he brought a dynamic to the field. We ain't never gonna forget about that strip sack he had in the Super Bowl when we beat the Patriots. And then his locker room. He was a great leader on the field. But now I would say another key loss. A lot of people might not agree with this, but every year since Jalen's been in the NFL, he's had a different OC. OC. So Kellen Moore. He's gone. And we're gonna see how this is going to play out with Jalen, because every year he's had a different offensive coordinator. So I think that was another big key loss for the Eagles this year.
Come on, sir. Hey, come on. Hey, Sir Duke, what you got?
Sorry, so Gotti was platoon sergeant, so I'm gonna be the squad leader to this whole Josh Sweat thing. You know what I'm saying? Josh Sweat on the regular season, the man had 41 total tackles, 27 solo tackles, 14 assisted tackles, and 8 sacks. Like on the regular season, postseason, 10 total tackles, 5 solo tackles, 5 assists, and 2.5 in the Super Bowl. And that's gonna be missed. I mean, monster on defense. That's gonna be a hard person to replace on anyone's scheme, on anyone's scheme, any game, any postseason, any regular season. That's gonna be a hard person to replace, and he's gonna be super missed. And shout out to the new team who got him. We don't even want to mention new teams over here, but shout out to them. Then honestly, man, the plus side to that is retaining Zach Bond, and I thought Sal was gonna snag that, because that Bond, that Sal's man. But Zach Bond, man, 151 total tackles, 93 solo tackles, 58 assist tackles, and 3.5 sacks in the regular season. Postseason, 33 total tackles, 20 solo tackles, 13 assists, and zero in the postseason. However, we had 6 totals in the Super Bowl. So I mean, guess what? He double teamed. You know what I'm saying? He is a linebacker. He's not there first, but guess what? What he did make in sacks, in the Super Bowl, he made up for tackles. So I'm glad we retained him, got him on a decent deal. You know what I'm saying? Perfect guy to fix the scheme, works well with Philly, man. So those are my 2 guys. One person to retain, and one person to lose. It's my people.
Yeah, I refuse to pick it back, because I can hit up all of them that y'all talking about. I refuse to pick it back. Hey, so my first one, man, is gonna be the big ticket, man. They call him the big ticket, Mekhi Becton, man. I really, really like that guy. I mean, he was an immovable force, man. That guy was a huge force on the line. He did his thing. He came in, you know what I mean, moved him around, did his thing, learned his position. Really, really cemented his role and his spot up on there. And it sucks to see him gone, man. Hopefully he do big things out there. But my next one, man, is hey, it sucked while he was on the team, man, but I ain't gonna have nobody to laugh at. Hey,
Sweat.
One place Slay is gone. I gotta figure out somebody else who to laugh at, man. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Slay, man. Hey, he did his thing, man. But just like Gotti said, man, after it comes to time, I mean, Slay's been around for a long time. I don't know if y'all in track, man. He's been around for a long time. He's starting, he was out there with the guys. In Detroit, he was doing his thing, man. He's been around a long time. It's the end of his career. It was just time to part ways, and it's always best when you can part ways on a high, such as the Super Bowl, man. That's the best way to do it. So, hey, they did it, and it's time to move forward, man. So, 2 moves around the league. Now we got I want to step outside. I'm looking for the comments. Somebody in the comments, man. 2 moves around the league that to watch out for. Duke, what you got?
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Hey, for those who don't know, they were forced to be working with last year. They got a very well coached QB. The man's elusive, but I'm telling you right now, that DeAndre Hopkins addition to the Ravens is gonna be for real. So think about it. This man is next to Zay Flowers, Rashad Beckman, and King Henry. That is a nice tandem. That's a very, very nice tandem. You know what I'm saying? They should put up numbers. From what I see, I mean, if you got D-Hop and then Zay Flowers on the side, Zay Flowers already put up numbers, so they should put up numbers. But it gives them a more powerful offense than they did last season with that addition. Mainly because of the quickness. You know what I'm saying? On the AFC side of the ball right now, looking at it, I can't put the draft in it because no one knows what's going to happen in the draft. The draft is a draft. The movements and all that stuff. Who knows? But right now, if I were to pick, and I hate this dude. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. But yeah, D Hop is my move right now. That D Hop move is serious. That's serious.
What you got, Sal?
Man, I think that to me, I think that Debo move, man. That Debo move to the Commanders, bro. I mean, look, they made it to the NFC Championship game last year, with McLaurin. And they got that high, powerful. We'll see if the sophomore slump kicks in this year for Daniels. But I think that Debo move was a good move. I mean, that was a great move for the Commanders. So that's what I'm looking out for. That to me, that's the best move of the offseason, is Debo. Besides, I think that DK move to the Steelers is a pretty good move too, though. DK to the Steelers is a good move. I mean,
no, it ain't.
It's a good move, but who can throw in the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a good move for the Steelers, but they do need somebody to throw them the ball. But my biggest concern is that Debo the Commanders. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay. All right, got it. What you got?
Yeah, just to kind of touch on that Pittsburgh situation, man. I think that moving DK there, and then you taking out you're getting rid of your two quarterbacks that you had. You lose continuity, and now the quarterback that you potentially might get is pretty much a bust right now. Aaron Rodgers. The year he went to the Jets, he went out the first game, like first series, had a terrible year last year, and now he's going to potentially go to Pittsburgh. I honestly don't think that him and Mike Tomlin are going to have good chemistry together there if he does go there. But yeah, Washington, man. Washington, I mean, man, it's scary. Scary. What Daniels can do, what they've been doing, and with the addition of Samuels, man, it might be scary. They got the draft coming up. We'll see what they do in the draft. They have this offseason to get polished up and everything like that. So I think they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the upcoming season.
So one of my key moves that I had, and it's not really it's a player, but it's not really because of the implications that it have after that. And that's going to be my 2-year, $80 million signing of Geno Smith in the Raiders. And the reason why I say that is because it really, really affects the draft. Because they were possibly talking about taking Shador and all of this type of stuff. And then, so that shifts the whole dynamics of the draft of where he's going to go. We'll talk about this in a little bit. My guy, I still think he's going to go where he's going to go. But that really affects placement for Shador because, Russell went to, New York, and that's where Shador was, talked about going. So Russell went there. So obviously, they're not gonna pull like an Atlanta Falcons, you know what I mean, and pay somebody to go there and draft somebody to go there. I don't think teams are that dumb like they were. But Geno Smith to there. I don't know how much of an impact he'll have, but as far as the draft and all of this subsequent moves, that has a real good impact. And another thing, man, we'll watch out for, man, is within our own division, like everybody's saying, that's a power move, man. That's a power move. They had a lot of things that was already set up. They looked at it, were going. They Jaden Daniels very polished, man. So hey, look out for them. They're gonna be here next season, man. They're gonna be here next season doing their thing, man. But hey, what position, going into the draft? I know there could still be a few more moves and stuff like that going around. But what position do y'all feel, starting with Duke, man, that we should focus on for this draft?
Okay, so going to my notes. If I got to put them in order, I'm gonna go linebacker / edge rusher, safety, then DB. All right. I think we should focus on linebackers, and I can tell you right now, if we can get them in the draft, that Jahad Campbell from Alabama, that boy is 6'3", you know what I'm saying? 24 sacks on the season, 117 tackles, 54 solo tackles last season, 54, and 11.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 3 INTs. Man, look, that dude is for real. If we can get that dude, because we're out there right now, that dude from Penn State, we're not getting him. Just trust, we're not getting him. We're not going to get him. So for all us Eagles fans out there, get it out your cranium. It ain't happening. We're not going to get him. And if we did, whoever didn't get him prior to us, fools in the draft. And it just ain't gonna happen. So yeah, I feel like we should focus on linebackers, edge rushers, mainly because Nakobe Dean, he's missed a couple of games, so we need to get another linebacker in there to either back him up, even though we got one, but we need a true stud on number 2 linebacker. So linebacker for me.
Got it. What you got?
I definitely think it's the secondary, man. We can I think our D line is good, or it's going to be better. Linebackers, I think Nakobe Dean, he just had an ab injury, right?
Yeah.
So I think
this time,
yeah. So I think he'll be back in the fight. Full steam ahead coming up on the season. Of course, him and Zach Bourne back there. But if they were picking on our secondary with veterans, they won't have any problem, picking on them with rookies or younger players. So whoever we put in there, if we pick up a rookie or if we pick up a veteran, I think that's a place that we're still gonna get challenged. I think it would be easier. I think it's easy to develop a scheme where your linebackers and your linemen are successful. But no matter how good your scheme is, that scheme is not going to help the secondary. It's not going to help those guys, going deep, getting burnt, getting picked off, getting caught on the double moves and stuff like that, heading eyes in the backfield, stuff like that. So I think those, we talked about the cornerback being the hardest position out there. So I think those corner, that one corner side is going to be one of the most sought after positions for the Eagles to make sure we put a solid person up in there to I'm not going to say replace Slay, but try to at least kind of fill his shoes and or do better, just like somebody solid to have in there. I don't think Ringo and Sidney Brown, as far as secondary people, are it. Good backups, maybe, go in for a couple breathers or whatever, but that corner position definitely has to be locked in.
Yeah, I definitely said the same thing. I wouldn't have been mad if we would have got rid of Sidney Brown, man. I think that, the more he plays, the more arrogant he gets and the more of his behavior is going to come out, man, because he has some costly penalties, man.
And we talked about that during the season, yeah.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have been mad if we got rid of him. Not one bit. Hey, what you got? What you got, dude?
Oh, Sidney, I didn't say that, Sidney. I didn't say that. Sidney Brown, if you're out there, I didn't say that. Brother, stay. I need you. I want that tenacity, okay? I want that power move. I want it. Don't fuck with me, she's saying. Don't
fine line. Fine line. Fine. Now, if he can tune it up, you know what I mean, and because I love the tenacity on any play, any team, I love it. But you gotta have that maturity to know when it's costing your team to back the shit down a little bit. Now, Sidney, if you're listening to us first, I'm gonna need you to like and subscribe, okay? after you hit that subscribe button, then I need you to hear me. Then I need you to gain that maturity to know when to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you costing us penalties late in the fourth quarter, come on now. The game's already close and you're doing the I don't care. Get rid of him. Well, you got Sal.
He definitely not. You got to tune it. You got to fine tune his frustrations. But
Sal, what you got?
I think our front is gonna be straight. I think like Gotti said, our secondary is what we need. Corners, and I think we're gonna need help in our secondary. Like I said, our front, I ain't worried about the front. Linebackers, I think we're gonna be good. We picked up some good people. Josh Uche and them. But I think our secondary is where we need to tighten up a little bit. So we got like they said, we got some, we got people back there, but we need another veteran back there to direct traffic and everything. So for me, secondary, the corners is where we need to focus at on the draft.
Yeah. And we mentioned it a little bit in the other part, man. And I wish I could have had 3. I would have added Kenny Pickett as a perfect loss for the team, man. Sitting here as the Cleveland. I couldn't say 3. So I'm gonna slide him in right now. Man. But
Mr. Two Gloves.
Kenny Pickett, man. Hey, I was so happy when we got rid of him, man, and kept the old boy. And and then we got the one backup in exchange for Kenny Pickett, and then we got the 5th round, like 150 or something pick or something like that. But it sucks, you get it's the gift and the curse of the draft, when you do good or you win the Super Bowl, because we only got one pick in the first round this year. Howie hasn't started working on magic game. We really don't need to work as much magic to try to get us up there or gain any draft stock that we got going on. So as far we got the last pick in the first round, so we go sitting around waiting all draft. So I'm gonna tune in at the very end of it. I may watch the first couple ones to see if my pick comes true or something like that for the first draft pick. But it sucks, man. We got 8 drafts. Most of them are in the 5th round from years past, that we got from other teams and stuff like that, man. So the position I want to focus on is to make sure that our running back situation is squared away, and not by Saquon by any means. I mean the backup, to ensure that we have a focused plan for Saquon, because Father Time, it doesn't wait for anybody. And so Saquon's doing his thing now and this, and I hope he in a position to break the record this year. Hopefully they let him do it if he's in that position, but we also know that he needs his rest. So that's my focus for the draft, to make sure for anybody that's out there. Obviously, we're not getting no Genty or nothing like that, but hey, it is what it is, man. So hey, moving forward, man. Last season we discussed these draft picks coming out of college. Everybody, we was talking about the picks and all of this stuff. I was adamant on mine. Mine didn't change not one bit. It's always been that way, because I've been watching him for years. When he started out at Incarnate Ward, then he went to Washington. He's playing, for the greatest organization of all time, the U down there in Coral Gables, Florida. But Sal, man, hey, Sal, what are you talking about for these draft picks, man? How do you see it going the first couple ones?
I see. My 1 and 2. I think it's gonna be Cam and
who? It's gonna be who?
Ward.
Okay, come on, man. I said this a year ago, but hey.
And I think it's gonna be Hunter, Travis Hunter.
Who you think you go to?
Who got this?
Giants have
Brown.
Giants. I think it was the Giants.
No, wait. Tennessee
Browns.
Tennessee got the second pick, right?
Got the first.
Yeah, Tennessee, Browns, Giants.
Yep.
I mean, I see him going to the Giants. That's what I see him going to the Giants.
So we ain't worried about it. Okay, what you got, dude?
Sorry. So I know me. I know Michi done probably went back and looked and seen what I said before. I got it. I know he did, because that's the kind of guy he is. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Shador, you're not going first, brother. You're not. Okay. Draft stock done plummeted way low. Well, not way low, but according to the quarterback situation. So number 1, yes, Cam Ward. He's gonna go number 1. He's gonna go to Tennessee. All right. Number 2, only because they're not gonna get a quarterback if they need other things. So they're gonna go with Travis Hunter. They're gonna go for the 2-for-1 special. They're gonna go for offensive player and defensive player off 1 pick. Got it. You know what I'm saying? The 2-for-1. He's gonna get it. It's like thighs and ass. You know what I'm saying? If a girl got ass, they got thighs to go with it. It's like a combo. Okay, that's Travis Hunter. Okay, that's number 2. And then Shador Sanders. Now, Michi, you say Shador Sanders isn't going to the Giants, but I'm gonna tell you why he's going to the Giants.
I think he will go to the Giants.
He's going to the Giants because Russell Wilson is only on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So after that, they have Jameis Winston. You're gonna put your faith in Jameis Winston, and then they got DeVito. DeVito did an exceptional job as a third-string quarterback. Yeah, he did a decent job, but he's not a starter. Jameis Winston, I would say between him and Russ, them pre-game warm-ups gonna be like an amen, boy. They gonna be out there. So they're gonna have Russell Wilson play for this year. Shador's gonna come in periodically whenever Russell gets bad or starts playing terrible. Then guess what? After the end of the year, Russell Wilson will get released. He'll probably right off into the sunset. Shador Sanders will come over and take over Giants, and then it'd be his team for however long he's gonna play. That's how it's gonna work.
It could go like that. What you got, Gotti? What you got?
I think it's gonna be Cam, it's gonna be Hunter, it's gonna be Gentry. Whether they keep them or pick them and trade them, I think those are my top 3. I think Shador is going to be Caleb Williams 2.0 once he gets to the league.
Yeah. Well, see, Caleb Williams. Now, I wasn't a big fan of him. I didn't think that he should have went where he went like this. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels was way better than him in college. I don't know. I know y'all don't follow college as much and watch it as much, but Jaden Daniels was way better than Caleb Williams was in college, right? I mean, Jaden Daniels, the way that Jaden Daniels plays now, that's the way he was in college, the exact form. So he came in with that maturity. He came in with that pose. He came in with the exact same thing. Now, I'm not a big fan of them. You know, the NFC, they got our running back, and, you know, we thought they was going to do a little bit. The first couple games, they were doing something with our running back, and then they fell apart. So I kind of got to give Caleb Williams a small pass, only because his offensive line, I mean, they got him from Food Lion, Walmart, you know what I mean, Publix, Albertsons, wherever you shop at, that's where they picked him up from. So
that's the death of players when they're good and they go in the first round. You're good,
yeah,
and you go to a scrubby team. Look how many first rounders are not even in the league anymore because the team they went to was garbage. They got beat up, their stock went down, got hurt, and they're not even playing anymore.
So we talked about this a few times, and I think I specifically remember a show where me and Gotti were going back and forth of how about wide receivers being divas. You know what I mean? Because they are totally reliant upon a lot of different factors. The quarterback has to throw them the ball. That means the offensive line has to protect the quarterback. That means that the coverage has to be right for them. Or, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, so I get it both ways of when they start complaining, because hey, if you look at what's his name, man, the guy that made the Giants one-handed catch and he blew
Odell
up.
Beckham. Cruz.
Odell Beckham.
Yeah, Beckham.
Odell Beckham. You know what I mean? He did that, and I believe that he was a really good a receiver, but he ran into a bunch of crappy quarterbacks. And then his draft stock, whatever, it's not draft stock, but his overall stock went down. You know that you waste wide receivers and good players, Hall of Fame years, that first couple years, if they're going to be established, that's their potential to set up, the spark for the Hall of Fame. And he just came into that same thing. So I don't think that the Giants are going to pick Shedeur. And I could be wrong, man, but I think that he has a better chance of going to the Raiders, playing up under Geno Smith, because they gave Geno a 2-year contract or something like that. Because they just signed both of those boys the money. What's his name? Jameis Wilson. I mean, he only got a couple $1 million. He got like $8 million, but they signed him for 2 years. So, he might be the backup, behind, but you go put Shedeur in there, make him the starter over Jameis.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, put Jameis in the bullpen.
I ain't trying to be funny. I know everybody don't watch college football like I do, but if Shedur's last name wasn't Sanders and it wasn't Deion's kid, would you have the same effect?
Probably not. But guess what? Guess what? He do. So he do. Simple as that. He do.
Okay. I like it. Like, don't get me wrong. I like him. I just don't think that as far he has the numbers. Trust me, he has the numbers to do it. But as far as those big names and those big time games and stuff like that, I don't know. He's definitely not ready to start. Because they were talking about bringing him to the Giants, they wanted him to start. That's what the conversation was. I definitely didn't think so. You know what I mean? I think that Cam Ward, I think that he can go to a team and start. I mean, that's how long he's been in. He stayed in college because he was going to go, second, maybe third round, late second, third round last year, and he said, "No, I'm a first rounder." And that's why he stayed in college. He went to Miami. He wanted to go to a big name school. He did that and to prove to everybody. I don't think, I'm not hating on him. Don't kill me in the comments. I'm not hating on him. Hey, I'm not hating on him. But I don't think Shedeur Sanders is a starter right now in the league. I just don't. I don't think he's a starter next year either. But that's just me, because you say that I'm hating and this, and there's a lot of, Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, Trubisky. Is he better than those guys? I think that he is better than those guys, but they weren't starters either. They just came into a good situation. So, hey, it is what it is at this point, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Now, Shedeur, again, I'm not going to say he's a starter. He's not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, does he need to sit behind? Does he need to sit behind a seasoned QB like Russ?
Yeah,
100%. To learn and to work out those key points, because they all quarterbacks do that. After every game, they're gonna look through the tape and figure out what they should have done and why'd you make that decision? I made it because so and so. It made because guess what? Some of the decisions Russ make, Shador probably make them too. But if he can go behind Russ, people can talk shit about perfect perm Russ. But guess what? The man is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He does have a Super Bowl ring. Matter of fact, he went there twice. So
he could have had two.
He could have had two.
Go ahead, Carl. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? So is he a starter? No, I'm not gonna say he's a starter, but he's definitely. I would say that he's a starter next year though.
You know who his mentor is?
His daddy.
No, outside of his daddy.
No, I don't know.
Anybody know who his mentor is?
Who, Russ?
No, Shador.
Oh.
Who is the Meach? I know Meach.
No, it's gonna be something.
Well, I know I wouldn't have asked it.
I know Meach.
Tom Brady's the mentor. He goes to his camps. He does all this stuff. Tom Brady. So y'all know what team Tom Brady owns now. That's why I say that. Yes. That's why I think that under Pete Carroll Pete Carroll did his thing in the NFL and the college. You know what I mean? He was one of the few quarterback coaches to actually have success on both stages. Going from that, and then he developed a lot of young quarterbacks at USC. You know what I'm saying? He did that type of stuff. So I think that Shador will be a perfect fit for the Raiders. That's just me. That's just me. So how do you feel Saquon's historic offseason contract impacts the league or the team as a whole? Sal?
I think with whole Saquon's his season last year and his new contract, I think it's going to be a reevaluation of the running back contracts. I think it's going to be a reevaluation of those contracts, and I think that it's going to be a shift in how teams value that position from what Saquon did last year. So I think now, the league's going to start paying these running backs more money, and they're going to reevaluate how much. Because Saquon's impact last year was historical. It was a historical year for running backs, and I think that being said, people are going to start looking for their Saquon Barkley. So they're going to start paying. They're going to start paying more attention to that. They're going to start paying more attention to the running back position because Saquon was. Without Saquon, we wouldn't have made it to Super Bowl. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. And
we went there before we got him. Now you got to remember, we went there before we got him.
We did. Now I will say that we've always had the Eagles always had success with the running backs. We've always had success. Now, I was upset when we got rid of Swift. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, why we get rid of Swift? Because Swift did great for us. But I think that with this contract with Saquon, plus people want to play for the Eagles anyways, because the Eagles is a great organization. We pay our players. So I think it's gonna be a shift in the way people teams see their running backs and start paying them in contracts.
Yeah. Hey, Red Jet, man, it get to the comments, man. Red Jet said, what position is most important for the Eagles? I don't know that shit. That should be self-explanatory to me. That's every position is the same on every NFL team. To me, that's the quarterback. That without them, that's your team right there. That's your nucleus of your team. They facilitate everything. So I don't know, man. How do you feel, Gotti, about Saquon?
Hey, I don't think that there is a person in the NFL. All right, we don't matter, right? We're not out there fighting for those contracts and stuff like that. I don't think there's a person in the NFL, player or staff, that turned their nose up on that deal that Saquon got, right? Yeah. I don't think that it's going to change the way they look at paying running backs if you're trying to compare them to Saquon. There's not a running back out there, probably one, who could say, Saquon got this, I should get that. There's only one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
King Henry.
That's the absolute only one who can go into an office and say, he's here, I should at least be getting this. Not a single running back in the whole league. Saquon Barkley got Saquon Barkley money. He didn't get running back money. He came from the Giants and he showed up and he showed out, and that's a running back. That is a running back right there. Not we're gonna pay this running back. He's his own noun right now. He's Saquon. Matter of fact, he's Sean Barkley. There's nobody who can go into their boss's office or whatever and say, I want more money because Saquon got that. You can't do it. So he is it's a diamond in the rough, man. He is it's that contract that he got is not the cornerstone for running backs. It's not.
No.
It's not. It's nothing that's going to be standard. It's nothing that nobody is going to be able to stand on their desk and say, I should get this. It's not. He broke the mold. That's the only thing I said.
Yeah.
He broke the mold because of who he is, what he did, come from a team, go to a brand new team and excel the way he did. The ninth running back to hit 2,000 yards in the season. We could talk about that stuff all day, but you have people who've been in the league, been on teams, and who haven't achieved that. Saquon Barkley broke the mold, and nobody is going to be able to compare their contract to his.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, what you got, Duke?
So for our viewers out there who are not familiar with Saquon Barkley's contract, Saquon Barkley has $37.75 million with a $26 million guarantee and $11.62 million signing bonus. All these other running backs out here, there is now a cap as to what you can get, and that is nowhere close to those numbers. Like just like Gotti said, there's only one person that they can remotely come close, and that's King Henry. Outside of that, every other running back in the league is well below that marker. So his contract is cool for him, but it puts a cap or a limit to what these other teams are most likely going to start paying or start looking to pay their running backs. So I don't see a lot of these other running backs getting anywhere close to that. So it may have heightened the money that they were making, but it's definitely going to put a cap as to how much money that they can request and guaranteed money and things like that. Because we all know most contracts, players, they always want the guaranteed money. Like, what's my guaranteed money? The other stuff is cool, but what's my guaranteed? So if he's making $26 million guaranteed, I don't see a lot of other running backs out there in the league that's going to be able to request that or anywhere close to that. So that's my views about Saquon.
Well, do y'all and not to insult anybody's intelligence, but do y'all know what those contracts do though? Y'all know why everybody is so mad, happy and mad at Deshaun Watson? Because what happens is once you give those players those monstrous contracts and all that guaranteed money, what that does is it resets the market value.
Mm-hmm.
So once you go for franchising people, you place the franchise tags on, whatever position it is, you take an average of the top paying positions in that league. So if you're going to put a franchise tag on a running back, what you have to do is you have to take the top 5 or so contract, and then you get an average of whatnot. So that's why people are mad at Deshaun Watson getting all of that guaranteed money outside of additional quarterbacks, because quarterbacks can demand more because that automatically resets the market. So Saquon Barkley, there's nobody can go in there and say right now, I want Saquon Barkley. I want Saquon money. You can't do that, but that's where the agents are going to come in, and the market value, the salary cap is increasing. So cap value for whatever positions, free agency time, franchise tag, all of that stuff is affected by it. So once you give these monstrous contracts and say Derrick Henry can go in there and demand a contract, now he's going to get something close to that raises up. That's how it happens. That's how it does. So eventually, yes, everybody will be able to say, I demand a little bit more. That's just how it works. That's the nature of the beast. Yeah. Yeah. So if you move forward, man, if you whoa.
What
that do?
I'm like, what?
Hey, no. Hey, so we ain't gonna talk. That was technical difficulty. That was technical difficulty right there.
What I do?
I had that gender bias question just
the gender bias question still in there.
That's the one that was up there.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, ain't you damn right it is. Hey, so everybody's heard it, man. They moved it. They tried to talk about it a little bit. It's been moved to, I think, tentatively to the 20th and the 21st when they have the next meeting, man. Hey, so what's your take on this, dude, man? What do you got? The tush push bid. What's your take on it?
Man, look, don't be mad because we can do it better. It's as simple as that. And make it so bad. Sean McDermott, you out here crying. Yet and still, you had 13 plays that were between 1 or 2 yards for a game. And out of them 13 plays, you ran 7 tush push plays. And you were only successful one time. That's why you mad.
Yeah.
That's why you mad. You mad because you can't get that first down and we can. It's as simple as that. My question is this: what is it? The first pass ever done? They mad because of that. The very first forward pass, mad. Why? Well, they threw a pass. You can't look at things like that. Sean McDermott, come on, bro. You mad because you can't run a play? That's all it boils down to. You're mad because you can't run the play. Point blank. Period. If you start doing stuff like that, man, pretty soon, hey, no more throwing no more forward passes on first down for longer than 20 yards. Like, come on, man. You can only throw the ball 10 yards down, nothing more than 20. Anything more than 20 yards, because we can't. Every time you throw the ball, more than 20 yards, you score a touchdown. So the league's gonna have to make that change because we can't. Our DBs can't stop those long passes. So that's it. First downs, can't throw the ball longer than 20 yards. Come on, man. That's what it's boiling down to. This is crazy. This is ultimate crazy work. I just don't understand the league. And even I want to say they have like 16 votes for yes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They only have 16. Like, come on. And I want to know who them 16 are. I really do.
The people we ran it on.
The people we ran it on.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Like,
What
this
you
is
got, Gotti?
crazy work.
What you got, Gotti?
I just think that it's crazy to throw that out there, and you don't have the supporting information to justify why it should be banned, right? The only thing, like all that injury stuff, okay, hey, that's crazy.
Football.
It doesn't require any skill. Well, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. The only thing that I would be able to say that they may be able to implement is the actual push, right? But to ban the actual pushing of the quarterback, it's going to put a wrinkle in everything else. Like, how many times have you seen a running back downfield, getting gang tackled, and the lineman comes up from behind and pushes the whole pile? Mm-hmm. So if you're going to say you can't push anybody, then now you're adding that. Also, you're adding that push. If the term push is, you can't push anybody, you already can't pull anybody, right? On offense, you can't pull anybody off pile. On defense, you cannot pull anybody. But not to say you can't push anybody. Now you're adding a aspect that not only applies to the tush push, right? It applies to other things downfield. But I mean, we've been running it for, I think, since Nick Sirianni's been on the team. He ran it when he coached for I think the Colts. You know what I'm saying? So it's been around. It's been around for a while, and now now it's causing injuries, and you want to ban it, and it doesn't require any skills. Well, stop it. Stop it. So I just think it's. I mean, of course, this probably question probably had better conversation if it wasn't coming from an Eagles fan. So we probably should have got other people to, to try to answer this question from from objective perspective. But I mean, of course, it's us. I don't see anything wrong with it. I never seen anything wrong with when other teams ran it, successful or not. It's a play. It's a play that we've mastered. We're successful at it. And the claims of why it should be stopped, I think, is bogus.
Yeah. Sal, you got anything to add to that?
Man, I'm just gonna say, I think, me personally, I don't know, man. I think it's got something to do with Philly, man. Look, when AI was in the league playing basketball, they had to ban the crossover from AI. They wanted to ban it. And then once he retired, they brung it back. Now they want to ban the tush push. I mean, my thing is, if you want to, just don't let us get in that position then. Don't let us get there. So we have to run it. So stop us so we ain't got to worry about us running it. And until you can do that, bro, and then, like I said, McDermott, man, come on. You ran it second most than anybody else in the NFL besides the Philadelphia Eagles. 50% of your time when you was in that 1 or 2 yard line, you ran the tush push. And you was only successful like one time. And then, like I said, Dottie said the injuries, they doing an injury analysis. I mean, first of all, zero. If anybody's gonna be injured, it's gonna be Kelsey or Jurgens gonna be running more than anybody else. So that whole fiasco with the injuries and all that, no, man, come on. Just like I said, if you don't want us to run it, then stop us from getting to that point where we can run it. Other than that, kick rocks and keep moving.
Yeah, we're not doing it on 3rd and 20.
No, we
don't
know.
Yeah, right. You know what we should do though? You know what we should do? When we go up, whenever we play them, the first series, just run the tush push. Run it down. First 3 plays, tush push. Just run it. and be like, now, y'all, you happy now?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. Shut up.
Y'all know how many votes it takes to get it banned, though, right?
28.
24.
24, 28.
Yeah, 24, 75%, 3/4 of the owners have to ban it. And a lot of the owners like it. I mean, they like it. It's the same thing that we saying, man. It's a play that everybody can do. I can see that, if it was only a play that the Eagles could do and nobody else could do it, okay. You know what I mean? But everybody has the same ability to run it on 4th and 1, on 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1. Everybody has the same thing. The playing field is even. That's when people just starting to complain. You know what I mean? When they can't do it better than somebody else, they start to complain. That's all it is, man. And it's been around. We're not the first ones to do it. We just perfected it when they drafted Mailata in like the 6th round, and he came there. Y'all remember he was in New Zealand whenever he was at, and he did it when he came because it is a rugby move. He just perfected it. So when Mailata came, that we were able to perfect it because of the backgrounds and the all the fundamentals of it and all this type of stuff, man. Hey, stop us from doing it, man.
Right.
So
when they say stuff like, go ahead, Gotti.
I would say, I don't know if y'all noticed, but throughout the season, normally when they did the tush push, they did it straight off the snap. But lately they started. Jalen had like a 1 second delay before he started advancing toward the line, which kind of helped collapse the line, so he wasn't running into a brick wall anymore. The brick wall was kind of broke down by the time he got there. Or he'd run it a little bit off tackle to the left. So it's we did it, we practiced it, we used it, and once everybody kind of got used to it, because of course it has been stopped, then we evolved with it. You know what I'm saying? So we like I said, we perfected it, and they can't stop it.
And guess what? For everyone out there saying, "Well, it's a rugby play," well, guess what? Mailata's a rugby player. He's a rugby player. So what?
It's
Y'all might want to football. Y'all might want to go out there and find you a rugby play. Shoot, I'm tired of them. Get on my damn nerves.
This should be easy. We kind of hinted on this already, man. Within the league, man, within our division, who we got to watch out for and why, dude?
All right. So, in order, this is the way I look at it. The Commanders, obviously, I'm pretty sure that's everybody's pick. Commanders. Detroit still yes, because I still feel like they got 1 or 2 more seasons in them before
you're doing the conference
before the collapse.
Oh, is it NFC or NFC East?
I just put the division, but I mean we can hit the whole conference.
Okay, so for the division, yes, the Commanders, absolutely, for sure, no, without a shadow of a doubt. Russ, he's not. I don't think they're nowhere near division round ready, at least anyway. And the Cowboys. They're gonna cowboy. They're gonna do what they do. So, yeah, the Commanders absolutely. Now, when it comes to the NFC, I'm gonna go Detroit. I still feel like they got 1 or 2 more years left in them before the Super Bowl window closes. The Rams, I still think they're still there. They can still be there because they still got Matt Stafford, and they still got some key players, so they're good. And then with this season's acquisitions and pickups that they've been picking up, I feel like the Bears could be possible contenders depending on Caleb Williams' level of play. Depending on his level of play, I feel like if Caleb can go in there and do great things, I think he'll be fine. Based on their pickups and stuff from this offseason. So mine's like the Commanders, Detroit, the Rams, and the Bears. Those are my 4. Detroit
got a lot of hurt defensive players coming back now this time too. So what you got, guys?
I know.
I think the Bears have too much work they got to do, man.
I ain't like it when he said that. I ain't like it.
I think they got too much work.
I ain't like it when you said Sydney needed to go either. And guess what you said? I ain't like that.
They got to build a line, and then they got to build Caleb's confidence back up, man. So, but as far as the other picks, 100% the Commanders. My hat's off to them. They did great with rookie quarterback. He set all types of records. He came in the league 1 year and did what the Cowboys haven't done in like 30 years. Went to the NFC Championship. But and they're only getting better. They're only gonna get better. And I think it's gonna be a race to the bottom of the division between the Cowboys and the Cowboys and the Giants again. We'll see what Dak does. I mean, Dak is not a horrible quarterback, but he definitely makes a difference on that team. But interesting, not interesting, but for those two other teams at NFC that Dookie picked, we do play them this year at home, so it'll be good to see. Detroit was one of my picks, so it will be good to see how these picks come into fruition during the season when we do play those two teams. So definitely the Commanders and the Lions. The Lions have some good running backs that I don't think they have to build around. They already have the platform around them. Montgomery and I forget the other one's name, but what's his name?
What, the running back?
Yeah, I thought you said it.
Gibbs.
But,
Gibbs?
Oh, Gibbs. Okay, yeah, Montgomery and Gibbs, and I think Gibbs had better numbers than Montgomery after he got hurt, and he was the backup. So we'll see. Definitely Commanders and the Lions.
Who you got, Sal?
I ain't gonna beat the dead horse, man. Like I said, the
Don't
Commanders.
beat it. He already down and dead. Don't beat it.
Commanders, Commanders in Detroit, Commanders, Detroit, Rams. Like I said, I don't see Cowboys and the Giants. The toilet bowl championship right there for those guys. That's bottom of the barrel right there. But Commanders, Detroit, and Rams, where I see that we're going, that's going to be our competition.
Yeah, man. I only one, like I said, I never try to beat. Always try to come up with something new. Only one that I see to keep an eye on for. We ain't got to keep a strong eye on it, but they liable to slip up in there, and that's the Packers.
Minnesota, Packers.
The Packers.
We play them. We play them too.
We play every team that won, man. Every team that had a winning record, man, that was in the playoffs, we playing them this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the Packers on that list as well. I mean, obviously the other picks, I did not have the Bears on that list. And I did not have the Vikings on that list because they lost their quarterback, and so they got to find that value added again in that position, and that shakes up a lot. Obviously, you playing with a new quarterback, the chemistry and all that stuff. So if they would have had Sam Darnold and he would still been doing the same numbers, then obviously they would have been a possible threat. That entire division is a threat to themselves, minus the Bears. So Green Bay, that's my team. That's my extra team to watch out for. A little small light, like a little side out. Right.
All right. So question: Do y'all still think that Tampa Bay still got our card this coming season?
They've lost a few additions on the thing, but I say it's always when they talk about systems, I'm gonna say as long as Todd Bowles is there, then yes. The players come and go, but it's the Todd Bowles mentality that's just something that with us is yes. I'm gonna say yes until we prove otherwise.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it ain't so much the players because they didn't really have a strong defense to begin with. You know what I mean? It's just that some teams just match up very well with other teams. And Todd Bowles, I mean, he's a really, really, really good coach, defensive minded coach. That's it.
Yeah, Baker just sometimes gets on my nerve because he's so fucking cocky.
Who's that?
Baker. He just be getting he gets under my skin. He's a good QB, so shout out to Baker. But sometimes, brother, you just really pluck my nerves. You really do.
Hey, but also shows you, man, like when he played for Cleveland and all of this stuff, it just shows you that sometimes, man, you just get in that right system and you just thrive, because it's the same Baker when he was in Cleveland, not doing nothing. So that's going to apply to Sam Darnold out there playing in Seattle now because he took over after Geno Smith left. So we'll see what he's able to do out there in Seattle up under that new coach and new leadership and all of this stuff, man. But hey, Gotti hit it and he stopped right before I was about to cut him off. Hey, so what are y'all takes on this Aaron Rodgers, man? What are y'all takes on this, Sal?
To me, the way they just allow this guy to just do what he wants to do, like take his time and do. I just don't like that. I mean, for me, he hasn't proven to me that he should be able to do that. He came off left the Green Bay, went to the Jets first play of the game. He got hurt, whatever the case may be. Trash season last season. So what makes this guy think he can do what he do? And to me, the teams allow him to do that. Take his time and pick and choose where he wants to go and hold him back and waiting people biting their nails to see what this guy's gonna do. Like he's Tom. You know what I'm saying? He think he's the next Tom Brady, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I just don't like the situation. I think he needs to go ahead and hang his shit up and call it a day and leave out like now. But I just don't, and I don't like the way the teams are just catering to this guy. I don't like it at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Duke, what you got, man?
I am so sick of Aaron Rodgers' fiasco. This man just when he like, bro, you up here just sitting back trying to. When he does this is affecting a lot. Like it's affecting other teams. It's affecting draft stocks. It's affecting everything. The Giants. I'm so glad they say, you know what, fuck them. We out of here. We're just gonna grab Russ. Cool. We don't have time for you, brother, to be sit back here trying to make a decision, making people, hold out. And I don't know if it's contract disputes or what you want. I don't know if you want a white pony next to you in your dressing room. They won't give it to you. I don't know. But long story short, look, Kanye said the best. No one man should have all this power. There's no way this man can sit back and tell these other NFL teams and owners about. I don't know yet.
That's only one correction, man. Kanye didn't say that, man. The guy in Malcolm X movie when he went like this right here, and he turned them jokes to the side. That's what that police officer said.
Right.
That's where Kanye got it from. Hey,
right,
so that's the only pushback. Malcolm X put their hand on like this right here. That black glove, he turned it.
all I'm saying is, like, come on, bro. You can't, like, all this, like, you got these NFL teams and owners are waiting for one person to make a decision. Get out of here, man. Now, the teams they'd be messed up if they say, you know what, we're gonna pick him. We're gonna pick him. Well, if that's what y'all want to do, bro, you have just as many Super Bowls as who?
Jalen Hurts.
There you go.
Say it with me. Say it with me. Jalen Hurts.
Come on, bro. Get out of here. Your best days are behind you. You're a 40-something-year-old QB in the National Football League. Your stock is a little low, bro. You at this point, I'm like Kevin Samuels, Salvation Army. You should be killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You should be on clearance. You right now, everybody, you're on clearance. You're on the clearance rack. It's like one or two hanging. And guess what? These are the only sizes left. That's it. That's it. We got a medium. That's it. No, we ain't got nothing in the back. That's it. You're done, Aaron. Man, pack him up. Pack him up. Number one. Get him out of here.
What you got, Gotti?
Man, look, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady was the anomaly playing at damn near 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is thinking I can do that too, but I think the Aaron Rodgers the Aaron Rodgers era is over, man. I think he needs to realize that. This will be his third team in just as many years, or no, because he Jets for 2. Third team in 4 or 5 years. He's not the same Aaron Rodgers, man. He's not the same Aaron Rodgers. He needs to realize that. I mean, he's holding out for money when he had, horrible last seasons at Green Bay, a couple seasons, and the camaraderie with the team and the coaches. He had a horrible last season with the Jets, camaraderie with the team, performance with the coaches. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I wasn't thinking about it, but I don't think he's going to have a good chemistry with Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Mike Tomlin's like as a no-nonsense coach. Aaron Rodgers is, like what Dookie said and what Sal said, like, who does this guy think he is? And then I can see Tomlin looking at this guy like, who does he think he is? And they're going to have a big clash there. But like I said, he's just not the Aaron Rodgers he used to be, and I don't think he should be holding out for more money and trying to demand the money that he was when he was the Super Bowl era, playoff era Aaron Rodgers. He's not that dude anymore.
Yeah, only two things I'm gonna say, man. Everybody's saying the same thing. Only two things I'm saying is the longer he does this, I feel that he tarnishes his legacy that much more. You know what I mean? Because he has one Super Bowl, just like there's a lot of quarterbacks that have one Super Bowl, but the only thing that propels him over others is he has multiple MVP awards. That's the only thing that does that. But as far as postseason success, he doesn't have it. And then the other thing that he's doing, man, is Aaron Rodgers is doing this, but I'm in Pittsburgh. Y'all know I'm in the Steel City, and nobody in Pittsburgh wants him on the Steelers. You know what I mean? Nobody wants him on the Steelers. And this is just my opinion, valued by me. Why would the Steelers they were, mediocre team, whatever you want to call them. they had a few issues. Their run game sucked. So they should have fixed the run game. They had the one wide receiver. They needed another wide receiver. I think they should have kept either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. They should have kept one of those two. It would have been, I think it would have been better with, if you want to look at long term and all of this type of stuff, you keep Justin Fields. But as far as chemistry ready to go now, I would have kept Russell Wilson. You bring in DK Metcalf, you know what I mean? That's the other thing. That's the other side of the ball that he needed. Hey, it is what it is, man. I don't want to hold it up, beat a dead horse like Sally said, man. Hey, but we at the last portion of this. We at the time, our time to go. I didn't want to hold us up anymore. We'll do this on the next session, y'all, because we like to keep it in 1 minute. Only thing I want to do is just remind everybody out here, we got a topic coming up pretty soon, talking about overall mental health within the community. So my segue into that is I'm on the board of directors for what's called American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, AFSP. I'm on the board of directors for those guys, Western chapter of Pennsylvania. We're doing our thing, man, but everybody's out here. We've all experienced it within the military, soldier suicides and stuff like that. It's happening. It's a serious topic, man. We just got to get more information out there and let people know that there's resources, tools available. We rather hear your story than, attend your funeral and stuff like that, man. And it really affects the people that are left behind after, that choice is made to do that. So I just wanted to put that out there. We'll talk about it later in our mental health session that we got coming up. Hey, I don't want to hold you. We're at a minute. We're over a minute right now. We do it like we do it. Hey, so any final words from anybody?
Nah, man, just stay up, man. Stay light, man. And if you need someone to talk to, call somebody. The last thing we want to do is have somebody out there, looking crazy. So if you got problems, always go seek help, man. Always.
Absolutely.
That's it.
That's it. Hey, so we'll see y'all next show. We got a show coming up. Hey, Sally, how did you take the lead on this? We doing the next show that everybody know we getting ready for this draft on the 24th through the 26th. So we'll talk about that, man. Everybody's gonna be on that. Then it's full blown. Let's get ready.
That's right.
Let's get ready.
Hey, I tell you what, if y'all don't, y'all better go to Gotti's cooking channel, because guess what? The moxtails was on fire the other day, baby.
Hey, you make some? Did you make some?
Huh?
Did you make some?
No, I bought them. I ain't making it. No, I ain't making it.
Hey, but love, peace, and hair grease. Love, peace, and hair grease, everybody. We see y'all out there next time, man. Hey, start that theme music.
Fellow on the beat.